Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Gaming News Roundup. With me I've got Moody from Anypcgamtech.com.
Hi there, how's it going?
Very well, welcome. So what have we got for
Thank
this
you.
week?
Well, for this week, I thought we'd start off with, I think we're going to start with a bit of No Man's Sky. I've got some sad news on that, but we're more on that later.
Hmm.
Then next up, we've got some talk about the next generation of Xbox consoles. There's rumours to be 2 more consoles coming, but I'll let you explain that a bit later. And finally, I'm very excited on the last part of it is the Ghost Recon Wildlands trailer. It's not long been out. It looks very exciting, but we'll talk about that a bit later. Right, so we'll kick off. The sad news with No Man's Sky. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be delayed. There's
Yes.
rumours flying around. Yeah, it's very sad. Flying around the internet. It's supposed to be released on the 21st of June, if I'm correct. It looks
Yeah.
like it could be delayed to July or even August at the moment. There's been no official comment, but there's a lot of different sources that come out with the same information. So it
Yeah.
looks like something's gone horribly wrong at Hello Games. But
Something's gone wrong in it.
well, yes, definitely to get it pulled, and this close to E3 as well. Something's gone horribly wrong there, but it's
Yes.
hope
Yeah.
they
Either
sort
their
themselves out.
ambition has got the better of them, or yeah, something's gone wrong with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely, because it is a very ambitious game. It's a humongous scale. The game is.
Yeah.
It's got it's just alone the planets in the game. There's a 20-digit figure on how many planets are in the game.
Yeah.
20 digits. I don't even know what that number is.
I
It's
wonder
so
if there's an
massive.
Xbox achievement for visit visit every planet.
There may more likely it is. It's got quite a few nice features in the game. I like. I do like the graphics as well.
Yeah.
You're not so keen on them, are you?
I'm not. They look a little bit like cell shading. It looks a bit comic book to me. I would have rather have gone for a
Uh,
more realistic look, but that's just me. I know what you said when we had a chat about it. You said it looks alien, which I suppose is what they're going for. I just don't like the graphical style, but I do like what they're trying to do. And I watched an interview with the bloke, and he said generation after generation, it's just the same game with slightly better graphics. What they're trying to do is just change the game in totally, and change the style of the game and change what it does.
Definitely, I can see what they're trying to do. And it's nice to see a small studio, a nice British small studio, I might add, doing well for itself and trying to put out a big game. 'Cause it is an indie game. It's not a AAA game, so
Yeah, yeah, it is an
it's
indie
massively hot.
indie development. Yeah,
So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it does look quite good. The upgrade system in the game, you're basically just trying to get to the centre of the universe. That is
yeah,
the end goal of the game. Yeah, it's
mm,
obviously exploring and space combat and first-person shooting and all that. But you've basically got to survive, collect resources, upgrade your kit. Because as you get closer and closer to the centre of the universe, the planets get harsher and harsher, like being very hot or very
yes,
cold
yeah,
and that sort of thing. But yeah,
yeah.
so you can upgrade your weapons, your ships, and your environment suit, which obviously keeps you alive. And you meet
It's all
alien races.
procedurally generated, isn't it? That's their thing.
Yeah, yeah,
The computer is procedurally generating the environments. They're not sort of made up by the developer as such. It's an algorithm that makes them up, and that just worries me in the fact that the algorithm isn't there to put in the game placeholders for certain things to happen.
yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, they're calling it a sandbox survival game, which is a new genre I've never really heard of really
Yeah.
before.
Well, they
For
are
me, anyway. I'm
introduced.
sure
It's a
that
new game, isn't it? It's a new game
yeah,
style.
yeah, definitely. And it does seem that even though everyone's going to be in the same universe, the chance of other players are meeting each other is a bit slim, which I'm not so keen on. It would have been nice to been able to say, I'm at this planet, come and meet me, or
That
I
didn't
know,
sound
I
like a
know,
sales line to me. You're not going to meet your
no,
friends.
I know, but I think they're more focused on exploring and on the world and the actual game rather than meeting up friends. But no, I can see where you're coming from. I
Yeah,
would have liked to have seen that, but
I'm
maybe
definitely
they'll make
willing
it
to
easy.
give it a go. Hopefully there'll be a
Yeah,
beta. I don't know. I'm really hoping to give it a go.
yeah, definitely, it's exciting stuff. Anyway, let's move on to the Xbox news, and I'll hand that over to you.
There's going to be a couple of new Xbox models coming. I think it's more than a rumor because obviously the details for the PlayStation 4 Neo have been released. So Microsoft are definitely not going to lag even more behind. They're going to bring something out. The rumor mill says that they're going to bring an Xbox Mini out. Now I'm not really sure what this is. It seems to be taking on Chromecast and the movie stream devices. From what I was reading, it's not even clear if it will actually play games, which is a brave move considering it's called Xbox. But I think what they're trying to do with this, and moving some games to the PC, is they're trying to push the Xbox as a brand rather than just the gaming box, which I find quite interesting. The second Xbox is named Scorpio, which is similar to the Neo, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
This has been rumored to be a huge upgrade over the current one. I mean, if we're talking in terms of gigaflops, the new Scorpio is meant to be 6 gigaflops as opposed to the 1.5 gigaflops in the current Xbox One. So what that is basically saying is you should be able to do 4K gaming. But the interesting point is because the details of the PS4 Neo have been released, that's 4 gigaflops. So I think what they're trying to put to bed is this Microsoft is lagging behind Sony in terms of power. So I think they're going to knock that straight on the head straight away, which I'm pleased with, and I think that they need to do that. But what's your opinion of bringing out new consoles midway through a generation? Because that's what we are. We are midway. It's not. They've only been out for a few years. So what do you think about this?
Well, yeah, I can see it's going to be a lot of disappointed people out there, but it's nice to see why they're doing it. I can see people that are going to be upset because they bought this console and they expect that to last for the next generation and it moves on. But as you say, it's mid-generation. It's what, 3 years
Hmm.
ish that it's been the Xbox has been out, and then they've already talking about a massive upgrade. I think from Microsoft's perspective, they really need to do it because they're
Yeah.
so lagging so far behind like the PS4. It's sold reasonably well, the Xbox, but it hasn't been mind-blowing. The PS4 has even surprised Sony how well it's sold.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, they're just flying, they're still flying off the shelves, and I can see why, because
Yeah.
it's a cut above, technically, it's a cut above the Xbox. The Xbox One is underpowered. There's no way, other way of nicely putting it. And I have got an Xbox One, guys.
Yeah.
I've
We
also
we
got a
both have.
PC.
Yeah. I've got the
So I'm not just,
PlayStation as well. Yeah.
I'm not an Xbox One hater, but it's just the reality of the thing. It is underpowered. So
I,
I
I
think
feel
that's why
sorry
they've
for
got.
the youngsters who've been given a console for Christmas or birthday by parents or grandparents, and now they're going to naturally go to their parents or grandparents and say, you know that one you've brought me, but there's a much better one out now. And if, for me and you know, if we want it, it's a hobby, it's a real interest. You'll go out and make a decision. But for them kids or the youngsters that can't afford to buy another one, they've got something that ain't as good as everything else, you know. And to me, it seems like it's almost like a stealth release, what is essentially a brand new console. I think they're getting away lightly because I think what they're doing is normally you run to the end of the generation of that console, you start get excited about all the new features that are going to start coming into the new box, but they don't have to put any new features in. All they've got to do is put some better hardware in. They haven't got to redesign anything. They haven't got to rebrand it, and I think they're getting off lightly by giving us the next generation, but sort of doing it very stealthily and just calling it Xbox One and sort of saying the one we did before that isn't powerful enough, but try this one for a little while and see how you get on with this.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, but I just think we'll see how it all pans out. But I think they just need to do it from
They
their
do need to
point
do
of
it,
view.
but I think
Yeah,
it
they need to do
also
it.
one thing that I'm not happy about is it for the general public, if you like, it'll introduce confusion into something that's always been a simple purchase decision. Do you go to Xbox or Sony? I know there's other ones, smaller ones available, but do you have an Xbox or do you have a PlayStation? But now it's going to be which Xbox or which PlayStation, and I think that's not the done thing with consoles, and they're introducing too many options that really is for the PC market. People just want to
Yeah.
go in and go, I want an Xbox, but now they're going to be like, well, which one do you want? How much hard drive do you want? Do you want the power one? Do you want the super boost one? And I just think it's going to complicate things unnecessarily.
I think maybe if it does happen, and it sounds like it's gonna, I think they just need to try and keep it simple. I think the game needs to be like on every single version of the Xbox.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just
they're going to
basically a
say that.
graphic,
Yeah,
yeah, just a graphical upgrade. So if you don't mind playing at this graphics and for this price, then fine. But if you want this level of graphics, you want
yeah.
1080 or 4K or whatever it may be,
On a
then you have this
personal
one.
level, I would rather them see the generation through, give us another 2, maybe 3 years on this hardware, and then bring us a new generation of console. Don't just drip feed us something and sort of keep us up. I mean, that's my own personal thing. That's what I would rather have.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's not a bad shout that, but yeah, but we'll see anyway. So I think it looks like E3 is probably going to reveal it all. So
Yeah,
sounds like
yeah, it's all
that's going
going
to be
off at
unveiled.
E3. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to
So
that.
in a couple of weeks to find out that. Right, so we should move on now. This is some
Yes.
exciting stuff with Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah,
It's
brand new release trailer, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it?
yeah, it's only alpha footage at the moment, but
Yeah.
well, it's actually pre-alpha footage to be exact. But it looks quite exciting. It's an open world shooter set in Bolivia. I mean, basically taking on the South American drug
The
cartels.
drug cartel, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a little recon squad bit by bit, but yeah, you can do the missions any order. There's no set campaign. You can take them down any order you like. It's a big open world game.
Yeah.
Plenty of vehicles floating around. You've got helicopters, APCs, buggies, Humvees, Gatling guns, and there's also drop in and drop out co-op.
Yeah, which we
So that
like.
sounds quite. Oh yeah, I think that'd be great. Yeah, play missions with friends and stuff. So
Yeah,
I think it's
definitely.
got a little bit of everything now. What you excited by the game? You looking forward to it?
It's funny actually. What with Battlefield 1 and trailers like this, the game companies are getting so good at giving us a trailer. It's almost becoming like a film trailer, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
they're
it's
getting
like a big
further and
movie now.
further away from
Yeah,
gameplay,
yeah,
I mean, I want this game based on this trailer. I
yeah,
love this game, but whether it filters down to what you get in your hands and on the keyboard, that's a different story altogether. But in terms of a trailer, what a masterpiece! I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks a sort of mix between Far Cry, The Division, bit of Watch Dogs in there, and that's probably because
yeah,
it's all going
yeah,
to be done on the same engine as Watch Dogs 2, I imagine.
yeah,
Yeah, it's probably going to be the same engine, but it does look good, and I like the setting, and I like the idea of it. I like the co-op idea, and yeah, the trailer is a masterpiece. Great.
yeah. I'm excited by it, and I think that's about all we've got time for this week. But yeah,
Yeah,
so please, so be sure to check us out next week, next Friday. We'll be back on with some more gaming news for you guys.
that's it, and let's move on to the channel shout out. This week's channel shout out goes to Gaming to the Max, who's a young lad who does videos based on Rocket League, mostly Minecraft, and a little bit of Star Wars. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link in the description to his channel, and don't forget, comment on this week's video to be in chance of a channel shout out on the next show.